I still remember the way the doorknob trembled in my hand that afternoon. My newborn daughter on the other side of it, silent. Too silent. My mother-in-law's voice sliced through the hallway before I could push the door open. "Do the dishes, scrub the floors, or you won't get her back." Her words hit harder than the stitches still burning between my legs. I stood there, bleeding, shaking, realizing motherhood wasn't the only thing I'd been reborn into. I obeyed, at first. Tears blurred the tiles. My body screamed. And every second, rage quietly rooted itself inside me. I didn't know then that her son, my husband, would walk in early and witness the aftermath. But that moment wasn't the beginning of the end. It was merely the beginning of my clarity. Back then, when I first met him, he looked at me like I was a calm in his storm. I mistook that gaze for love. He mistook my silence for weakness. His mother welcomed me with brittle smiles, all honey on the surface and vinegar beneath. I ignored the way she clung to him. I ignored the way she scrutinized everything I did, how I folded towels, how I seasoned food, how I breathed. Love makes poor detectives. In those early days, I thought joining their family was a merging of lives. I didn't realize I was being absorbed into a dynasty where the oldest woman ruled and the youngest woman served. The first cracks. It started small. A comment about how girls from families like mine weren't taught domestic duties. A suggestion that I should leave work early to make dinner. A scoff when I bought something for myself with my own money. Then came the pregnancy. My husband changed first. Subtle withdrawals, long evenings helping his mother, silence where affection used to be. She started visiting daily, inspecting, advising, instructing. "You don't know how to be a mother," she'd murmur while folding my baby clothes, as if the fabric recorded sins. And then the day I found the messages. Her texts to him. "Don't let her raise the baby. She's lazy. She's unfit." He didn't defend me. He only replied, "I know." The betrayal didn't break me. It refined me. The shift. I stopped crying that night. Stopped begging him to choose me. I learned something valuable in the quiet. People like them expect emotional reactions. Drama feeds them. Obedience soothes them. But silence? Silence unnerves them. So I gave them silence. I stopped arguing, stopped protesting when she barged in, stopped objecting when he scrolled his phone while I ate alone. They thought they were winning. They didn't know I was collecting. Every insult, every neglected duty of his, every unsafe moment she created, every witness who saw, every text, every message, every slip. I started visiting a lawyer during my doctor appointments. I started documenting every time she tried to dictate how I should mother. I recorded the day she grabbed my arm hard enough to bruise. I didn't plan revenge. I planned escape, with consequences. The day everything snapped. After giving birth, I was too weak to fight. That's what she counted on. That's why she took my daughter into her room and barred me from entering. I cleaned the house like she demanded, my stitches pulling with every step, my tears falling onto the floors she said weren't shiny enough. When my husband walked in and saw me, red-eyed, trembling, wiping the floor on my knees, something flickered across his face. Not guilt, annoyance maybe, embarrassment at the inconvenience. He opened his mother's door, found her cooing over the baby while I stood outside like a servant. He didn't shout. He didn't defend me. He simply said, "You should have just done what she asked." That was the moment I knew he had already chosen his side, and I chose mine. The plan unfolds. It took 2 weeks. 2 weeks of acting small. 2 weeks of letting them believe I was broken. 2 weeks of gathering the last pieces of evidence. I filed for custody quietly. I froze the joint account legally. I moved the important documents to a secure place. I sent my lawyer everything: recordings, photos, messages, timestamps. And then, on a quiet Thursday morning, I left with my daughter while they were both at the grocery store. My lawyer served them by noon. The confrontation. We met once more in a mediation room. My husband stared at the stack of evidence between us like it was a bomb someone else built. His mother tried to speak, but my lawyer shut her down with a single motion. "You locked her newborn away," he said, sliding the recording across the table. Watching their faces shift, denial, confusion, panic, realization felt like the only justice that didn't require blood. They weren't losing me. They were losing control. Aftermath. People say revenge should be loud, explosive, violent. But mine was simple. I walked away. I took my daughter. I left them with the truth of who they were without someone to command or obey. Some nights, when the house is quiet and safe, I hold my